Oh yeah, Violent Shit Baby, a film from 1989, directed and written and produced by German splatter god Andreas Schnoz. And this is Synapse Week, oh yeah. Welcome to Body Bags. I'm your Thursday reviewer, Chris, from Crispy Movies. You know my name is Chris. And you know I love B movies. And yeah, this is totally a B movie. Low budget excellence. German splatter sensation. Lots of gore to be had. I'm going to be reviewing the first violent shit film. But first of all, I'm going to show you this stellar disc from Synapse. Because Synapse produced this for us gorehounds out there. You know you are one. So I love the cover art. And in the back, oh yeah, look at all that. It's got all the Violent Shit films. It's got Violent Shit, the first one, which I'm going to review for you. Violent Shit 2, Mother Hold My Hand. Violent Shit 3, Infantry of Doom, aka Zombie Doom. Violent Shit 4.0, Carl the Butcher vs. Axe. And bonus disc, Zombie 90, Extreme Pestilence. All done by the great Andreas Schnoz. Oh yeah. So here's the inside. And it's got a little thing for Synapse Films. Oh yeah, look at that booklet. Phenomena. See? More great artwork. And of course, all the films. There are 2 on each disc. So the first 2 Violent Shit films, and the next 2, and the next 2 after that. Oh yeah. Great collection of films. Synapse did a wonderful job with this. I'm going to say that the original source material was not so great because the picture was not the best. Very grainy, and the dark scenes were extremely dark, you know what I'm saying? But I think they did the best they could with the material they had, and I can't imagine the original source material being great for the Violent Shit films, especially the first one. Alright, so most of you splatterhounds and, of course, gorehounds out there might be familiar with Violent Shit. They actually did, Luigi Pastori actually remade Violent Shit without the help of Andreas Schnoz. Kind of made it into a bit of a musical, I think. I think that's what they said. I never really saw the remake, but yeah. But I'm going to be talking about the original Violent Shit film from Andreas Schnoz from 1989. Now, Karl Berger, a.k.a. Carl the Butcher, which his name didn't get solidified until part 2 of Violent Shit. So again, it's his name is really not brought out in this film. So he's a little kid in the beginning. You see him just in the woods, just throwing a ball up in the air and catching a ball. Very innocent kid. But when he comes home late, his mother abuses him. So you can tell his mother's really abusive. You know, she grabs him, she beats him. And so he retaliates by grabbing a meat cleaver and just murdering her, slicing her. And then he walks out, and that's where the film really begins. So now 20 years later, Carl is being taken to the woods into the hole. Now, it's not really explained exactly what's going to happen to him when he gets taken to the woods, but he's taken by the police, and the police really do not look like police. One dude's got long hair, it's like, hey man, what's going on? And the other guy, I don't think he could pass a test to be a police officer. Let me put it that way. Any test, physical or mental. But they are the police. And so they're really making fun of Carl, calling him names that are politically not correct. And I'm not going to say it because it's politically incorrect. But they call him all types of names and make fun of him. And all of a sudden, he escapes and he goes back and he just kills all the police officers that were abusing him. Kind of reminiscent of how his mom abused him in his life. So now he's in the woods, and now he's out for the kill. Anybody who goes into his woods area, he's going to kill. All the while, his skin is mutating. So he's become very mutated over the years. Not sure why his skin has been as mutated as it is. But every time he kills, it seems to get more mutated and mutated. So the one scene that I found hysterical was these 2 workers. Now, I'm not sure what they were doing in the woods, but they were chopping down branches and stuff, and it's a big woods area. So I'm not sure what the hell they were doing. And then 30 seconds into them taking down woods and stuff, the guy's like, I want a beer, go get me a beer. So they're drinking a beer, and all of a sudden, Carl comes in, and he just destroys these guys in the worst way possible. Like, he cuts a guy's head off, and then he cuts him over here, so he cuts his mouth part off, then he cuts his head off, and it's an all gruesome detail. So again, this is all for the gorehounds. And most of the film is him in the woods, killing people who come into the woods. Now, it's a big woods area. And apparently these people picked the same woods area that Carl's in. So basically the whole film is that, he just killed people in the woods. Well, after a double homicide, after he just kills two people, he kind of faints, and then he has thoughts about him killing his mother. So like flashbacks, so to speak, of him murdering his mother. But before that, his mother had locked him in a cellar. And in the cellar was this demon. Long hair, mutated face, and below in his chest area he has kids' heads popping out. But the demon could also be a connotation that maybe it was his father that was telling him to kill his mother. So right before, you see what turned Carl kind of off kilter and made him kill his mother. From this demon who told him to kill his mother. Kill your mother, rip her flesh out, and in all gruesome detail. So he keeps having flashbacks after he kills more people. And then when it gets towards the end, his flesh is totally decayed. So he just rips up his body open, and then something pops out, which I won't ruin it for you in case you want to buy the Synapse set and watch the first violent shit film. There's also a scene where Jesus is on a cross. This is a really insane scene, and he basically goes up, and I believe it was a flashback, but he rips open Jesus and he goes inside Jesus' body. Very, very insane. Gratuitous violence, blood and gore to the max. I know Andrea Schnaz did all the special effects in this film, and the effects and gore were really stellar. They really looked real. But like I say, the film quality was not the greatest quality in the world, and I think Synapse did the best that they possibly could with, a film that was really damaged, it seemed like. So I give Synapse a thumbs up for attacking this movie that had really poor source material and doing the best they could for gorehounds out there like us. Oh yeah. So like I say, it was not much of a story to it. It was just, most of the film was just Carl just murdering people that came into his path, and he was the only real character in this film with all backstories or anything. Everybody else was just fodder for Carl to come in and kill. I think the gore and guts were a character all in and of itself in the film. And we've seen a lot of films like that as well. So like I say, not much of a story other than the backstory of Carl being abused by his mother, killing his mother, and just going insane, with his flesh rotting, and him killing everybody that comes in the wilderness. That's basically what violent shit is all about. So I'm going to put this one on the cheeseometer, and like I say, if you're a true and utter gorehound, if you don't want stories don't matter to you, and you just want pure guts and gore, this is the movie for you. It's the best movie. But if you want a story, a real story, and you're not big on guts and gore, stay away from this film. You know, this is for all you guts and gore hounds out there. They don't care about a story, just want the guts and gore. So I'm going to put this one on a cheeseometer, 10 being top cheese, 1 being the worst cheese ever. Like, I'm a gore hound, so I knew what I was getting myself into when I put this movie in. I give it a 6. Not much of a story, and I think the gore was really good and the guts are really good, and had long scenes of them just chopping people up, and you're seeing blood splatter everywhere, you know, and it's what you expect in a German splatter film. You know, German splatter greats like Andrea Schnaz and Olaf Impbach give you the best in German splatter. So like I say, I give it a 6, and after seeing this review, you can judge for yourself if you want to buy this set from Synapse. Oh yeah, but if you don't buy this set from Synapse, Synapse has a lot of other great titles you can purchase, man. They do a great job, and they take films that are really flawed and try to make them the best they can, and put a lot of effort into it, so give these guys a thumbs up for that. And check out all the other reviewers. They all got some great Synapse films to review for you guys, so check them all out if you haven't already, and there's more to come as well if you have. And I'll check out next Thursday, because next Thursday, I'm bringing a Trauma title to the table. Oh yeah, one of my favorite companies in the world, something I grew up with, but check out which one I'm going to bring to the table next Thursday. And check out those late night horror movies. Read up on your latest Fright Mags, but don't forget to tune in to another episode of the show we call Body Bag.